Okay, so welcome back to this second video. As you remember from the first one, we looked at how to apply to be a Cisco Academy and filled in the form. Now what we're going to look at is what happens when you receive your welcome email and how you go about actually setting yourself up as a Cisco Academy. And we're going to pass back to Shabazz to look at that as he's received his email.
Right, so I've signed up for the Cisco Academy website and I've been accepted, and I've been sent this acceptance email with details of where to go to complete my registration, and it's going to ask me to log in. But in the email it also tells me that you're going to receive a second email with your login credentials. Using those login credentials, you would then click on this link over here, which I'll click on now, and it will load up on the website. And up in the top corner you have a login button. If you click on that, you need to type in your username, which will be sent to you in an email, and a password. So if I do that now, Duncan will explain to you. Duncan will have a quick.
Yeah, no problem. So because Shabazz has been involved in the Academy program before, Shabazz has actually set up his username and password already. When you type in your username and password, these have been generated by the system, and the first thing you'll be asked to do is to change them. So the username and password that you set up will then be yours moving forward. You can at a later stage change them if you want, but basically these are going to be the ones that you log into the site with. Now, the first thing that was in the email that Shabazz just showed you was talking about managing agreements, going to the Manage tab and then the Manage Agreement link. You've got to do this first to get yourself set up as an academy. This is an online agreement between you and Cisco about what you're going to do. There's no money involved with this. It's not going to cost your school or college anything to do this, but you do need to sign the agreement, and they're happy if you sign it as a kind of the main contact on behalf of somebody, so you don't need to worry about going to get ahead or something. It's an online agreement about how you're going to run the academy program, so we're going to do that first of all.
Right, so in the email it does state that after you've entered username and password, select the Manage tab, and then from the Manage tab you click the Manage Agreement links. So if I go back to the website, the Manage tab would be, here you go. So you have your two tabs there. You click Manage, and then you would say Manage Institute, Manage Agreements. So you would click on that, and it would come up. And there's one agreement pending for me to click. So I've clicked on that, and then I can click Cisco Academy because that's what we're signing up for, and it will load up a page with an agreement, I suppose.
Yeah, it'll just take a few minutes to come through. So this is a legally binding agreement between you and Cisco, and basically it says that you're not going to rip off the Academy program, copy everything, sell it, make profit from it. It just seems to be taking a bit of time to come down for some reason, so just bear with us. There we go.
Right.
So by all means have a read of this. It's quite legal spiel, and then just fill in your details at the bottom.
So
now Cisco frequently seem to be changing the policy on this. At the moment I think you've got to renew this every 12 months, but you'll get a warning when you log in if it needs to be renewed. But basically go in and fill those details and accept. Before you accept it, you do have to read the membership guide. So just click here to read the membership guide. Now this is quite a lengthy document, and this covers if you are delivering more of the core Cisco programs. So by all means have a look at it, but a lot of this isn't going to apply to you as a computing at schools member of the Academy program. So the fact that you've clicked on the link will be sufficient now, because it presumes we've read it, but by all means have a go, and you should now be able to tick the box and accept the agreement.
There you go.
Wonderful, and you're now set up as a Cisco Academy. The next thing to do is to align your academy with a support academy. So as you've been set up in the system now, you're kind of floating around with, you're not associated with any support academy. What we've done is get Computing at Schools to set up a support academy, and you need to align yourself with those. So if you click back into your Manage tab and your Manage Agreements, You'll now see you've got another load of options that weren't there before because you're now set up as a proper academy. What you can now do is click on the Manage ASC Relationships tab, and at the bottom there you can see it says search for an ASC. So in there just type computing and search, and you should be able to find computing at school. So that's the one you want. Don't go selecting any others, because through aligning yourself with the Computing at School Support Academy, you're basically signing up for free. The other support centres that you might find if you search around will all charge you for support, and they're if you were doing core CCNA and CCNP courses. And if you ever wanted to go down that route and offer those, you would need to sign up with a fully fledged support academy. Computing at Schools is just supporting the CAS side of the activity. So we'll get Shabazz to select that. Okay, for some reason it's failed to complete, and I'm not sure why. Okay, so typical networking. Let's cancel that and do it again because I don't know what happened then. Should just be able to tick the radio box and select.
Your quest has failed to complete.
Okay, so we've obviously got a bit of a problem here. We'll get this one ironed out, but basically that should complete then. So if we just close this box down now and go back and click on the Manage ASC Relationships, what you should find, if that had worked, is that you've now got one pending Academy support request. So in the second box down there, you would see pending Academy support, and that's now waiting for the CAS Regional Centre to accept your association, and we'll do that then on your behalf within CAS, and you'll be set up and good to go. So that's basically got you set up as a Cisco Academy. We're going to give it one more try to see what the problem is.
And a registration should be pending now on the Computing for School server, to which that will then go to Duncan, who's going to take over and explain what happens from this point on.
Okay, so now you've requested to be supported by the Computing at Schools organisation, and it's sitting as pending in your website now. So I now log on and accept your request, so just give me 1 second.
So Duncan's currently accepting it on his computer on the other side.
Okay, so obviously I'll now accept this, but bear in mind I'm not going to do it as instantly as you're going to see it in this video. It might take me a couple of days to do it. So I've now gone away and accepted that. If we now go back into the Heartlands Academy and go back to Manage ASC Relationships, what we see now is we don't have a pending one anymore, but now we've got an active support centre, and you're now supported by Computing at Schools. So those are the two things that you must do to get your academy up and running. One is accept the centre agreement, which we'll just show you again. So go to your manage agreements,
yeah.
and you've got one active agreement. So make sure you've accepted that. Remember, that's between you and Cisco. That's straightforward. There's no finances attached to that. And then the second one is your support centre. So make sure you do those two things. Fantastic. Now, so Shabazz is now managing his academy, which is Heartlands, and as the main contact he's got full rights to do everything to this particular account. So the first thing you might want to do is give other teachers at your school access to be able to create classes and see the material and so on. So what you've got to do is add those as a user. So we go to the Manage Users tab, and in here at the moment you'll see straight away that Shabazz is obviously there already as a main contact, and he's got this role here, NetAcad contact. So what we want to do is add some more users. So we obviously click add new user, and here put their first name, surname, and the email address they want to use.
So I'm just typing in the email address for the school.
Okay, make sure this is one that they've got access to.
Yep.
And then what you've got to do is give them a particular role at your academy. Now, generally you give them the NetAcad instructor role, and that then will enable them to create classes and teach and run those classes. If you want to give them an ability to see what else is going on at your academy, you can give them a NetAcad staff role as well. And that's really all you need to do at this stage. So click that and hit save. Brilliant. And if you now close that window and refresh your page, you should now see 2 people at your academy.
There you go. So I've added a new user
Brilliant.
to the system.
And what's happened now is Mohammed will have received an automatic email from the system, just as you did when you first got your welcome email, and they will be able to go in and set up their account, which will then make them an instructor in the academy. Clearly they don't have the same power that you do because you're the main contact, but they're instructors there. So that's basically what we do. The other thing that we want to do is, if you look at Shabaz's role here, he's only got a role as a NetAcad contact at the moment. Actually, because of that role, he won't be able to create any classes. So if we just click on his name, what we can do is also give ourselves, effectively, in this case Shabaz, the NetAcad instructor role and the NetAcad staff role. And you might as well click Success Lead as well, which probably won't affect us in the computing at schools. And that will be that. And that now is all reflected in this page. So we're now set up good to go. There's one other thing we need you to do, which is if you have any problems managing this account, then we're supporting you through computing at schools, and we need you to add in somebody called an Academy Support Advisor, which will just give us some ability to help you. So it's the same process again. At the moment it's myself, Duncan Maidens, who's doing this, but it may change in the future, but we'll stick with me for now. And email duncan.maidens@bcu.ac.uk. And the role that I need is the ASC support specialist, and that's it.
So we have to add Duncan Maidens. Everyone will have to add them in.
Absolutely. Yeah. So feel free to add as many teachers as you want who want access to the curricula and packet tracer and all the other resources that are available. But from this now, you've all got the ability to log into NetSpace and start looking at courses, download packet tracer, and hopefully by the time you watch this video, the new Computing at Schools curricula will also be available. Thanks.